Hey guys, it is Jess from Knockout Print Shop, and I've got a new video. I think I'm just going to call this video, I have no idea what planner I'm going to use, and there's just too many planners. So that's the name of this video. I am trying all different planners, trying to find my groove. There's things I do and don't like about each planner, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing so far. And that's where we'll start. Okay, so basically this video is going to be just rambling. So if you like those videos when I just ramble, hang out. If you don't, I apologize. This might not be the video for you, because I'm just going to talk about what the heck's going on and how I am trying to use my planners to manage things, get back in the groove with planners, all that stuff. Okay, so I'm kind of going in between my Moxie Life Vertical Flagship and my Moxie Life Daily. Vertical's not really working for me, but I did do my goal setting in here, so I was kind of like, well, maybe I'll use this as my like hub planner, if that even makes sense. And I did play around, which I didn't bring it with me, with the horizontal a little bit, and the layout I played with I didn't really like, so I didn't even end up using it. So let's just kind of see what I've been doing. So I have been trying to use the monthly a little bit, just to track the different events. The job that I have now, we do have a few events and things like that. I put my coaching clients in there. This just helps me like figure out my weeks as far as events and places that I need to be that are in person or mandatory kind of stuff like that. I don't put stuff that's regular, like our staff meeting and things like that. Again, being very repetitive events. The other thing I've done with the little triangles here is we do with our farm animals some rotational grazing. So I used to I thought about using our little miniature farm animal icons, but then I'm like, that might look too cluttered on here to have like little chickens, goats, and sheep. So what I did was I took our triangles and like color coded it, and then the days we moved the animals to new pastures, that's what I'm doing. So that's what I've done so far in my month view. I did play with the month view a tad in January and did the same thing, but you can see here I wrote in the word sheep, chicken. I'm not really liking having a lot of stuff going on, especially in the A5 because it's tiny. And then I did put a holiday sticker here, which I should have grabbed a set of the holiday stickers for the regular size, but I didn't. Okay, so that's that. I did end up setting some goals here, just use my highlighter monthly goals to create little bullets for them or check boxes. I haven't really been setting weekly goals. Okay, so I tried to use this week one. I think I showed you guys this a little bit in the goals video. This is all I did. I kind of did some sticker surgery to make a little schedule, did not like this, and then just made this like random running to-do list that just had nothing to do with the day. It was just a to-do list. This was not helpful other than just having basics down. But again, week one, so I was trying to figure out what I was even gonna do. Okay, then last week, I had kind of mapped this spread out and didn't really use it. What my thought was I was going to use our kind of like dividable, is this dividable? Nope, those are headers. I don't even know what they are. Blank headers, and I was going to use this as like an appointment section and just like not even have a time strip, just write down whatever time specific thing I had. This was going to be work stuff. This was going to be business. This was going to be personal or home, and that's where I was going to keep our laying hen egg count. That was a payday. That's as far as I got, and I didn't really use it. Clearly, not really, I didn't. So let me show you what I did use, which was the A5 daily. So we're gonna just go back and forth between the two so you can see. So this was kind of my first week playing around in here. So you can see this was in conjunction with this week. So I kind of like did a little bit here, and then I'm like, well, let me see about the daily and see how this works. So what I started to do is I played around with the week view. I have not really figured this out. I used our little tiny date dots, dotted it. This I put on after the fact when we were sizing those things for that. I used a $sign for some bills that were due, or some financial tasks that were due. I don't even know why I used a teal when these were blue for garbage, but you can see I didn't really use this. Then on the other days, I just took our blank headers or boxes, whatever you want to call them, and kind of created sections in here for work, business, and home. I did throw it on a schedule time strip, but I didn't use it. I did use a little, just decoratively, our two-tone divider, and then I did put down breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I think I was just testing this out more for us creating them than actually use them, because I don't meal plan in my planner. Then I kind of just, you could see, did that for the subsequent days here, and I used, then I was like, oh, I'll put weather down here. That lasted like 2 days. I kind of kept a schedule, and then I didn't use it. So that was basically this week. Then, like I said, last week was this blank spread. I think the spread probably could have worked. I just am not super feeling drawn to the vertical. So I guess I need to probably whip out the horizontal again. So that was that week. So then this was last week. So instead of using the mini dots, I think this was we have like 3 different size date dots. I think this is the medium, I believe. And I used that. All I put on here was, I wanted to have like a snapshot of what my schedule was. So I put work from home days, staff meeting. I had a meeting with a coworker. So I tried to use this. I did use our boxes with header to do a networking event. I didn't love how I used this, but it gave me kind of a reference point to know what appointments I had. Then I opted for our highlight headers that are sized for this size, the A5 daily. And you could see, broke it up into work, business, home. I've been using the to-do highlight header because we don't have one that says business, but I might have Matt make a custom for me because that's not intuitive for it to just say to-do to me. And you can see I kind of used this. Usually days I'm in the office, like doing meeting stuff, I have nothing on my list because I'm doing in-person stuff. So you can see the difference between having a heavier to-do list day and a scheduled day, like that more things get done versus peopling. So again, I haven't really been using down here much, just been using a running checklist. Same thing. I have been taking some notes down here. I do like this section and the fact that it's a daily, because if I'm on a meeting, I think of something, I can have a note here. And if I'm talking with a coworker or something and I need to reference stuff, I do like having this note section. So we'll see how I actually use it. Saturday and Sunday, I don't usually use my planner very much, so I didn't bother with decorating it. So now we get to this week. Looks like I did put, I forgot I did this, a few weekly actions related to my bigger goals. And then let's look at here how it looks. So this is how it looks in the vertical. So I had kind of like mapped this out a couple weeks ago just when we were doing some pictures of stuff. And I'd flipped back in my 2021 planner and saw a spread like this. And I'm like, oh, I liked that, how it looked. So I went and kind of just did a rainbow theme with the colors, used our date covers to add a splash of color. Instead of using a header, I took an icon, the laptop just to kind of be like, that's work, and did my lovely hand-drawn boxes and got pretty good freehand with the highlighter until here. That's clearly not straight. I used the appointment highlight header and did some sticker surgery on a time strip for that. And then again, I don't have headers that say business, so I just wrote business and kind of made a highlight header. So that looks okay, but I really probably should, again, have Matt make ones that say business for me. Used hexagons and dots for my to-do list. Use the little home icon this would be like my home or personal to-do section. These little dots would be for my egg count. I use the financial, these are new, I use the financial and health and wellness goal highlight headers, partly because we were doing pictures and partly because I'm like, I'll try doing this. So I put some tasks that were related to those categories in there. I made a running list here that says this week. I feel like we should have a highlight header that says this week. Let me know if you guys agree with that. And then I thought, maybe I'll start to track a few habits. So I think the moral of the story right now is I'm like easing back into planning, and I'm a little bit in this like space of like loving it and not loving it. It's very weird. I don't know. I'm in a weird space. Okay, so here's how I'm using, this is this week, the A5 daily. So we have these new covers. So I just took the solid cover and wrote week of. The one thing, and this is just because obviously as you're creating a planner, you have to take up space. Let me see here. What I was going to say is this, to me, I don't really put a focus for the week. So this is not relevant to me. Same like that. I don't put a focus for the day. I know obviously when you're designing a page, you have to like put things in space, make things lay out. So I get why she added that. And some people may find that section or that prompt beneficial. For me, it doesn't. So I was like, okay, we'll just cover that up. So we have these are new in the shop. They come in solid and I think two-toned as far as like having that line in case you are somebody that wants to, I thought it was in here somewhere. Maybe you want to have 2 different things on there. Okay. just had another idea of something that could be cool. Taking one of these and almost making it 3 sections, like have a line that lines up here and says date, and then this could be like a section, it could have a line here, and this could be like schedule, to-dos. Because I've seen a lot of people that are like I did here, kind of separating this to make it almost like 2 columns. So I'm wondering if we could make something for this part that could give you the opportunity to have like a header. Does that make sense? I don't know. So I used our new little day of the week covers. I do like that. That's cool. I think I actually like this better than just the date dots. It's just a different look, but I like that. So that's cool. Split it in half. I used our meeting flag and just kind of put again, use this as like the hub of like, okay, here's my week. These are the things I have going on that are time specific. Probably in the future, I won't use this meeting flag because it does take up a line space for writing, and I'd rather have all my stuff. I don't know, I haven't figured this out how I want to use that, but I do like having this as a hub. Then I used our new day of the week covers, which I did like that. Just gives enough color that it adds something to it. Highlight headers again, and checklists, schedules, stuff like that. So my planning style right now is very, very simple and functional, and I'm still trying to find my groove. I don't know what planner I'm really in love with and what I want to do going forward. So this is where I'm at as far as how I'm planning. I'm going to pause really quick and come back because I want to show you what I did in the horizontal. I'm still kind of considering maybe I need the horizontal, and I want to show you something about the Inkwell Press that I like, that I want to try to emulate in this planner. I'll be right back. 2, 1. Okay guys, so I just filmed a whole thing and just realized my microphone was sitting next to me on the chair. So I am going to try to re-say the 10 minutes worth of stuff I had just recorded, and maybe it'll be shorter because I've already said it. So when I said I'll be right back, I was going to get the Moxie Life Horizontal and the Inkwell Press Classic to show you kind of where I'm at with that. So we'll start there. So this is the undated. So I think what I had said in the previous videos, I have a love-hate with the undated. I like the flexibility where you could not even use this planner this year and use it next year. You're not committed to any of that. Thing I don't like about the undated is having to date it. I find that annoying, but you can't have it all. If you want it, you want flexibility, you can't have things written in there, right? So I don't like that feature. And then I also don't like having to date the week. That feels weird to me. Maybe it's just like I don't like how I did it. So I need to try a different approach to dates. Instead of handwriting them, I should just use our date dots. So this spread is based on what I had done a lot last year when I was using my Moxie Life Horizontal, like the first 6 months of the year, where I divide it in 2 sections. This is my work section, business, and kind of like, sometimes it was personal, sometimes it was time-based things. So here's my struggle with this. I like the aesthetic of the horizontal. I like the flexibility of the horizontal, but I'm just not sure I can make this work now in my current situation because I need a business section for Knockout Print Shop stuff. I need a work section, I need personal, and I need some schedule. My schedule's not heavy, like I don't have a lot of stuff going on, but I need a space for that. Yes, I have it in my like iCalendar, but when I'm at my planner, I like to see everything laid out. So this would present a little bit of a challenge using this because I don't have enough space to do all of that. Okay, so I do need to try this. I laid this out, I never used it, so maybe I'll try this next week. I'll lay out a new layout, see how that goes, or honestly, just change the date dots and I could use it since I really didn't do anything in it. But I think this could give me potentially enough space. I am finding with work that I do like in the daily the ability to write a lot of tasks down. I can write just, before when I'm limited on space, well, it gives me the opportunity to only pick the tasks that are really important. Now that I'm in a more traditional work environment, I like to be able to write everything so I don't forget. Email this person, edit this, don't forget to email that, follow up with this person. I can write every little thing down so I just don't forget things since there's more in my head that I have to remember. This space may give me enough room, and I don't need a lot of room for print shop stuff, but again, like I do need a schedule and I do need a personal section. I guess one way I could play with that is always make this a schedule section, and since I don't really use the weekend, is maybe I could just make this like a personal stuff. I don't know. So I probably should give this one another shot. I love this cover. I love the coil. And again, I do like horizontal layouts. And after not thinking I ever would like them. But I just don't know if this is going to work with my current lifestyle. So the other thing is the Inkwell Press vertical. I used this the last couple months of 2021, and what I did was, which was a game changer for me, was I had our custom strips. This one said work, this was a schedule, and this was business, and then I used personal down here. This layout worked really well for me. It was very simple, functional planning, but I liked having a schedule, and I could see my whole schedule for the week. I liked having the work to-do list. Kind of defeats my previous point of it was pretty small, but I liked having this big personal section. So what I could do maybe is use this as like my week at a glance, and then when it comes to the nuances of most days, I could get in here in the daily, in the Moxie Daily, and just kind of get more detailed with things. I don't know, that's kind of a possibility, but I think I need to try the Inkwell Classic again. So here's my, again, I hope I'm not repeating myself because I just filmed this and now I'm saying it all again. So I have a struggle with, I think, here's the thing. Blah, 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 blah. I like the Inkwell Press vertical layout better than the Moxie Life. And here's why. Let me explain why. First of all, I still have a little bit of a preference for the Inkwell Press paper. Moxie paper is great. There's just something about this Inkwell Press paper that I love writing on it. So here's my weird little, maybe it's just me thing. Moxie Life, the line that you write on is about 1.43, I think, or 1.45, and the space from edge to edge is 1.5. In Inkwell, the line is 1.5, but the space between each column is about 1.6. So this layout to me feels more open, it feels less confining, and that I have more space to write. Also, things aren't as connected. In Moxie, everything's connected and it makes boxes, so I feel kind of constrained. Again, this is probably so weird and stupid, but I feel like Inkwell's layout, even with this banner that I can't stand, is just more open. I don't feel like I have to, write different or smaller or anything like that. I know in here I can take 2 lines to write a task, but I just like the feel of this. I know there's nothing she can do about it, but this coil on the Flagship is enormous and it gets in the way, especially when you get over here. The discs and I just love the disc planner. So I'm just trying to figure out, I don't think the vertical Moxie is going to win for me for this year. I just don't, unless I may have Matt play around with making me a custom strip that I could put here that emulates what I did in the Inkwell with work, schedule, and business. I also like how much more space I have down here for personal stuff versus these littler sections here. It's weird how someone can have the same 7x9 piece of paper and with little nuance changes make a totally different feeling and spread when they design their planner pages. So I like seeing the week left to right. I think I've said that a few times. I'm sure that's redundant, but I think I need to try the Inkwell for a week. I need to try this again and maybe make myself a more structured sections in here and see how that goes. And then I also need to try the horizontal. So I think we're still in like testing mode is my point. And then obviously I think I need to incorporate this daily. This is so easy to bring to work and I have so much space and I like that. So I don't know, maybe that's like one of these just serve as like my hub planner. I don't know. And I hope I'm not repeating myself from the first section of this video that I filmed, but I was going through my 2021 planners because I do not keep planners. I do purge them at about the mid-January usually of the new year. And I was looking through my old planner for something that we did with our goats, and I found the date, and I was like, okay, that's like the last thing I need in there that I need to put into like my Google Drive files, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I was like, I do like being able to flip through your planner and just kind of take a glance and be like, oh, that's when that happened, or, oh, I remember when we were doing this. So I could see why people keep planners. I just couldn't. It would drive me nuts. I'm like a purging, declutter fanatic to the point where I throw stuff away and then I'm like, shoot, I shouldn't have thrown that away. I need it. But in an ideal world, I'd keep everything in one book because I was looking through my vertical, my Moxie Life horizontal, my Inkwell Press to kind of sum everything up from last year. And I was like, oh my gosh, too many planners. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get everything in one planner this year because I'm still in the experiment phase. Okay, so that is all. I hope I covered everything I said when I talked through the first round of this second section of this video. Anyways, okay, I don't know. I'm done. That's all I got to say. There's too many planners. There's too many options. I don't know which one's going to work best for me. Life changes. Planners got to change. You got to figure it out. Obviously, as weeks go by, I'm starting to figure it out. So let me know below what planner you've picked, or maybe you're like me and you're like, I've owned 4 planners and I'm using them all and I don't know which one is going to be the best for me. Help. Let me know below where you're at. What are your thoughts? I think, you know, I don't know. And then with the Inkwell, it's like I have a love-hate. Like I love 2 of the colors, but I don't love all 4 because the reds and pinks, I don't know. I'm going to stop talking because if I keep talking, this video is going to be like 20 hours. Anyways, I hope this thought process and sharing what I'm going through is helpful to you guys. Let me know if you have questions. I hope you're doing well and staying healthy and safe out there, and I will see you in the next video.